Is this how the future of AI is being sold? OpenAI's private parties for influencers are raising serious questions about perception versus reality in the world of artificial intelligence. We're going to explore what happened and why it's igniting such a strong reaction.
OpenAI recently hosted its very first influencer brand trip, a lavish retreat upstate in New York called Summer Club. The goal was to get creators familiar with their AI products.
Attendees were treated to farm-to-table dining, wellness activities like beekeeping, yes, beekeeping and workshops focused on using OpenAI's tools, like crafting websites or even art with AI. Imagine learning to generate stunning visuals or compelling marketing copy, all while surrounded by nature and artisanal cuisine. The beekeeping, a seemingly quaint activity, could be interpreted as a metaphor for the intricate, interconnected systems that power AI, or perhaps a deliberate attempt to associate AI with natural processes and sustainability.
The content shared online by these influencers was aesthetically pleasing and lighthearted, showcasing the luxurious setting and the perceived benefits of learning to use advanced AI. Think perfectly filtered shots of gourmet meals, serene yoga sessions, and enthusiastic demonstrations of AI-powered creative tools. The narrative presented was one of innovation, ease of use, and aspirational lifestyle, designed to evoke positive associations with OpenAI and its offerings.
But the comments sections told a very different story. Many viewers weren't impressed. They accused influencers of essentially selling out, questioning if they'd traded their integrity for a nice hotel room. The disconnect was palpable. While influencers presented a polished, aspirational image, audiences were voicing deep-seated concerns about the very technology being promoted. Comments ranged from "so much for AI ethics" to "are you paid to ignore the job losses?"
Questions also arose about the environmental impact of AI. Some commenters specifically asked if influencers would address the energy demands of AI data centers in their content. This taps into a growing awareness of the significant carbon footprint associated with training and running large AI models. The sheer computational power required translates into massive energy consumption, a fact that many in the public are increasingly scrutinizing, especially in the context of climate change.
One influencer who posted about the trip reportedly deleted her video about it, though she kept other content not directly linked to the brand event. It seems the backlash was significant enough to prompt a removal. This action, whether voluntary or requested, speaks volumes about the intensity of the public's negative reaction and the potential reputational risk for creators associated with such events.
OpenAI's spokesperson, Drew Pusateri, stated that these creator collaborations are part of a wider marketing strategy. The aim is to educate people on practical applications of tools like ChatGPT, especially the newly released ChatGPT Work. Pusateri articulated that the intention was to demystify AI, showing how it can be a practical tool for everyday tasks and professional endeavors, rather than a nebulous, abstract concept.
Pusateri emphasized that the event was education-led, providing creators with hands-on experience to then share with their audiences. They see creators as vital for information dissemination. This perspective frames influencers not just as advertisers, but as conduits of knowledge, capable of translating complex technology into accessible insights for their followers. The hands-on experience suggests a focus on practical utility and genuine understanding.
This move into influencer marketing isn't entirely surprising. OpenAI hired Charles Porch, a VP from Instagram, to lead global creative partnerships, signaling a focus on engaging creative communities. Porch's background at a platform deeply intertwined with creator culture suggests a strategic shift towards leveraging the existing networks and influence of content creators to build brand awareness and adoption.
Porch's stated goal was to understand how to build better products for creators and to conduct a listening tour about people's relationships with AI tools. This indicates a desire to move beyond mere promotion, aiming instead for a more nuanced understanding of how AI intersects with the creative process and the broader user experience. The listening tour implies a commitment to feedback and iterative development.
And they aren't the only ones. Anthropic reportedly hosted a similar dinner for their AI. Claude and Microsoft Copilot had an influencer trip to the Super Bowl. But OpenAI's event seems to have hit a nerve more acutely. While other AI companies are also engaging in influencer marketing, the specific context and execution of OpenAI's Summer Club appear to have resonated more strongly with public anxieties.
Why did this trip spark more controversy than others? One influencer noted on LinkedIn she hadn't realized how many people were anti-AI until her posts about the retreat received pushback. This observation highlights a potential blind spot within the tech industry, where enthusiasm for innovation can sometimes overshadow a broader public apprehension about the societal implications of new technologies.
The core issue seems to be the stark contrast between the glossy, luxury experience offered to influencers and the ongoing public debate about AI's ethical implications, environmental footprint, and potential job displacement. The disconnect between the curated reality of the retreat and the pressing, often difficult, questions surrounding AI's impact creates a perception of tone deafness and a prioritization of marketing over meaningful public discourse.
This isn't just about a fancy retreat. It's about how major AI companies are trying to shape public perception. They're using methods that, while effective for marketing, can feel out of touch with real-world concerns. The strategy of associating AI with luxury and aspirational lifestyles, while potentially effective in generating buzz, risks alienating a public grappling with the tangible and often unsettling consequences of AI's rapid advancement.
The backlash highlights a critical challenge for AI companies: how to communicate the benefits of their technology without alienating a public increasingly worried about its broader societal impact. Finding a balance between showcasing innovation and acknowledging legitimate concerns about ethics, jobs, and the environment is paramount for building long-term public trust and fostering responsible AI development.
This event underscores the evolving landscape of AI communication. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, the methods used to market it will undoubtedly face greater scrutiny. OpenAI's Summer Club serves as a case study in the potential pitfalls of influencer marketing when it clashes with public sentiment and ethical considerations. The question remains, can AI companies bridge the gap between technological progress and public apprehension?
So, is this luxury marketing approach sustainable or a misstep that could damage public trust? What are your thoughts on how AI companies should engage with creators and the public? Let us know in the comments, and if you want to stay ahead of these rapidly evolving AI developments, subscribe to AI Pulse.